Hello, welcome to the GoedWare Game Jam. We're going to be playing some more games, part two of the previous episode. We're going to be playing browser games today. I did get some requests to play some games, but uh, I'm not going to be downloading the games in this video. I'm just going to be playing the browser ones since they're more accessible. Maybe in the future one, in a future video, then we will. So we're going to start off with Gravity Problems, which was submitted by Random Game Creator 35 minutes before the deadline, which is kind of very close. So this one should be interesting. This looks like a platformer game where you manipulate gravity. So let's get right into this one. This one should be interesting. Just gonna check, make sure the stream is public and working. There we go. All right, so let's run the game. So I see it's using the Kenny assets, they're quite a popular asset pack, I think. They're good for like prototyping. We're gonna put it in full screen. Oh yeah, gonna have to turn this off. There you go. Sorry, this doesn't work unless I turn off my tracking protection. So this game is made in Construct Free, which is a first for this series. It's very good. So this is looking pretty good. Press enter to blend it. A nice little loading screen. I quite like that. Oh well, we got a cutscene. So we have to complete a course that's been designed to test our gravity shifting abilities. An extra credit for collecting the 9 Nintendos. Okay, I don't know if that's copyright. I really like the animations on this. This game seems really polished. So we can use WSD to move around. Okay. We can press... So we press W to boost forward and D to switch gravity. This is very well polished. I really like the ripple effect that comes across the screen when they do that. It's kind of like... This is a really cool effect. I really like this. The W is super nice as well. I just immediately noticed that, like pressing W when walking along these flat areas, pressing W to boost is a really nice feature to have. So we're gonna flip, boost. There we go, level complete. That was really nice. That felt good to play. So it seems like we can boost over little gaps. Ooh, wrong button. Ooh, didn't make it there. Oh, it looks like I've went into the spikes there. Okay, that one's too big. So it seems that if we fall in the spikes, then we only take 1 heart of damage, but we don't get teleported back, so we just die. But that's okay. There we go. Let's go down. Awesome. Level 15. This first impressions of this game, really good. Very satisfying. This is a very impressive game. So let's go through here. Go down. It looks like we got a moving platform, so I take it I meant to board it from this side. Boost to the end. So here we have the dash. So we're getting the obstacles now. Things are ramping up. There we go. Level complete. So far so good. Not too bad actually. Oh, there we go. There's a Nintendo. We're gonna try and... That almost put us into the spike. I see there's like a little thing up here. Oh, this takes us to a secret area where we can get a Nintendo Switch. There we go. I like the little collectibles in the risky area. It adds a little bit of a risk reward. There we go. And I like that we got to see the mechanic of the moving, like the blocks disappearing before we've actually seen them in the game yet. So it's kind of introduced us. Oh, this one looks tricky. So we're gonna go down here, come up, come down, boost to the end. Perfect. Oh, the levels are getting a bit tricky now, but this is really nice. Level complete. There we go. I haven't died yet, so... Oh no, I have died a few times. There we go. Good job for collecting Nintendo. Press X to continue. This animation is super nice. Oh, that was it. That was the whole game. I am really impressed with this game. This was a really well-polished game. You can tell the developer followed like a good strategy of get the game done as quick as possible and then spend a lot of time polishing the game, because this game is really well-polished. You can tell by this animation, by the sound effects. It's got a cutscene at the start. It's got this distortion effects, it's got boosting. This game has been really well thought out, and this is really well polished. So yeah, let's move on to the voting. So Voting, I think for this game is going to be very good. Gameplay and UX, absolutely amazing. This game is really well polished. The game was short, but that's okay. It's a game jam, and like you don't really expect people to make like 6 hour long games in a game jam. Like just showing off the core mechanics and showing off everything you like having it, and then using them in a creative way is enough. And this game definitely did that. This game, well, it showed off its mechanics. It showed off its like risk. It showed off its like it's got kind of a risk reward system. Really, that's 5 stars. Absolutely no thoughts there. Um, the honestly, the only bit of feedback I could really give for this game was that if you fall in the spikes, then you take 1 heart of damage, but then you don't get teleported out of the spikes, or you don't instantly die. So you just kind of take 2 points of damage, and you're going to die anyway. So there's not much point of having 2 hearts, but I think that's okay. And yeah, it was short, but really good. Art style and visuals, it uses a Kenny asset pack, but I mean, that's very consistent, and there's nothing wrong with using assets in a creative way, especially for doing quick prototypes like for the game jam. So I'm going to give it 5 stars there. Audio and sound design, they've got music, they've got sounds which respond to. So you've got def, dashing, switching gravity, all of them. I think every interaction I think had a sound attached with it. I'm going to give that 5 stars. Wow factor. So the wow factor, what I've been going on for this is how much did this game impress me? As you can tell, like this has been one of the first game where like I don't really have a lot to say about it just because it's like that good already. I'm just honestly, I'm gonna have to give this 5 stars for everything. I can't really find any. I don't really have any faults with this game. This this was an excellent entry into the game, into the game jam. Sorry. Yeah, I literally can't find anything to criticize this on. We're going to give it a full 5 star rating. That was an excellent game. Thank you, random game creator. This is a really excellent game that you've made here. Well done. So moving on next, we're now going to be playing Flipping Cave, which was submitted by Simonian. And it looks like they've got like a little sim symbol, so maybe that's where the name comes from. So the description tells us don't drink and work, people. So we're going to go and drink and work, I assume. Seems like this game works with the cookie. Okay, no, it doesn't. Let's turn that off. No, it does. Okay. So this game probably isn't made in Unity then if it's working. So that's interesting. I accidentally pressed. I was trying to full screen and I clicked the button, but I think the controls were arrow keys. So it looks like we've been drinking before work. Now everything is spinning and we have no idea where we are. And it looks like we're working in mine. So I think the controls were space and arrow keys. So it seems like we got like a nice little jump sound. We can jump up here. We're gonna get this sim. I'm not really sure what this. Whoa. Okay, I was not expecting that. That was interesting. So I take it. Okay, that's very strange. Here we go. So I think the white thing just completed the level. I'm not too sure. Maybe if there was like a little sound or an animation that played like a particle effect going out, then that would be nice. Oh, I hope I haven't soft locked myself there. It seems like we can jump 4 high, I think. Oh no. No, I think I maybe. So I think so pressing R does restart the level. I'm not sure if I missed that or not because I think the controls were on the start. It would be nice maybe if you fell down here, then there was like a little message saying press R to restart. So I think the exit was down here, so we're going to head down this way. And we complete the level. So yeah, it moves on when you complete. Oh, it's a little bit strange. I think it seems like the world is moving 2 steps when I touch this portal sometimes. Yeah, if I jump and then touch the thing twice, then maybe the world you should only be able to interact with this while the world isn't spinning, so you can't kind of do this and have the level move twice. Because it seems like the spikes are moving into my position and killing me like instantly every time. So I can't really. There we go. Oh, so I see. So we're probably meant to land here. But it seems like a lot of the time I was falling down and these spikes were killing me. Ooh, how do we complete this? That's interesting. So I think we have to hit this again. There we go. But this is a pretty cool idea. I like the idea of rotating the world. There we go. Oh, so we just about can't reach that, so we're going to have to hit this. And, oh, that's kind of nice that it just scoops us up there. Oh, we have 2 crystals in this level. So if I go like this, will I touch it twice? No, but the spike moved to my location. Okay. Let's go up here and try and... Ooh, not to the right. Maybe we have to move to the left? Oh, I'm not really sure what killed us there. It seems like if we're moving while the world's moving, we can kind of click through the wall a little bit. There we go. So, I think I'm going to hit this and come here, and then just hit that one. There we go. Ooh, so we have moving blocks now. Okay, this is getting more complicated. I'm going to just touch it. I'm not really sure why I'm touching the crystal, but I need to. So I'm not really sure how to move the blocks. Maybe they're not moving blocks. Oh, maybe they depend on the gravity of the world to fall down. Okay, that could be interesting. Oh, let's restart. Yeah, so I think... It looks like it depends on the gravity as to where the blocks are. Oh, we... Okay, so... Okay, no, we can restart. The R key wasn't working for some reason. Where's the exit on this level? Right, so we're gonna have to move the level 180 degrees so this block falls. The R key doesn't always work for some reason. That's strange. Right, okay. Is that possible? I'm not sure if that's possible or not. So a good... Oh, there we go. So a good tip I've seen before is if you're doing a platformer, then make sure the jumps are either like obvious or obviously right or obviously impossible. Although I think this game is doing a pretty good job so far. There we go, we can get through the end. Okay, this is a really... I really like this kind of like falling block mechanic. I can see these puzzles getting very complex very quick. So, I'm not really sure where the exit is on this level. Let's go find it. There it is. So we're going to have to... Ooh, but if we hit that, then we're going to fall into the spikes. So we need to travel around here. And presumably hit this one. There we go. And come through here. Ah, now that one's blocking us. So we have to rotate twice. And then come around here. No. So we're going to have to hit this one at some point. So we're going to hit that now and see if we can complete. Let's just go hit that one. Ah, we're going to have to go all the way around. This is tricky. I'm not sure if that's possible actually. Ah, I think that's the way to do it. I think we have to hit it 3 times. So we're going to hit it again one more time. Ah, we fell into a spike. That's a shame. Right, okay. Damn it. It keeps rotating. I feel like the rotation, maybe if it paused the character, like, frozen space while it's rotating so you can't kind of accidentally move and kill yourself. Oh, yeah, I think I buggered myself here. Because it seems like I keep rotating the world and then it keeps rotating into me and then I'm killing myself accidentally. So the green things... Oh, so the green things... Oh, I see. So the green things... When you spin the world, the green things don't move position, but the world moves around it. So we're going to hit that one. Right, so now that one... So while that one's there, it will kill us. But if we rotate the world, then that's now in a position where we can go and hit it. And it won't kill us, and we'll be in a good position here. Because then the exit will be open. Wait, was the exit to the right or to the left? It was above. Oh, but we've already done that and we can't go that way. So we're probably going to have to hit this one. Okay, I'm not really sure what to do. Okay, so we can't hit that one. So when we fall... Ah, there's spikes there, okay. So we're going to hit this one twice. No, 3 times. We're going to hit it 3 times, and we're going to try and come up this way. We want to avoid this crystal, because if we hit this crystal, then the exit is going to fall down. Here we go, I think we've done it. There we go, that was tricky. That was a tough level. Is this the end? This looks like it might be the end. Oh, no, there is some stuff going on. It's a very long... Ooh, it's getting thinner and thinner. I kind of like this. As long as there's not like a spike drop at the end and I'm gonna have to keep walking this, it's kind of like a nice, nice slow pacing. Okay. Yeah, I'm outside. I can finally rest. Get back to work. Oh yeah, I was drunk this whole time. The end. That was a cool game. I like that. I really like the mechanic. I think it could have used a bit of polish, but that was really well made for a game jam game. Very nice. Thank you for making this game. We're going to go on to the rating. So for the gameplay and user experience, I'm going to say the gameplay was a lot of fun, and I really like that mechanic. That sliding, the blocks falling with the gravity, I thought that was very creative mechanic. Um, Maybe if you could rotate, because I see when the blocks are on the sideways, they just stay in the position they was previously. Maybe if you could rotate in both directions, or there was like one crystal that goes one way or one crystal that goes another way, then maybe you could have something like where you have to, when you do a right rotation, then the block will be on the it will be on the left side, but when you do a left rotation, it will be on the right side when it's lying flat. So that could make it interesting. For the user experience, I think it could have been improved, especially when the world was rotating, it was very easy to accidentally kill yourself or have spikes moved in. So maybe if like the player froze in place and like an animation played as it span round, that would have been nice. But overall, that was a really solid game, and I'm gonna give that game 4 stars. That was a solid game. Small room for improvement, but not. But yeah, it was almost there. It was almost there. Art style and visuals. Um, I'm gonna say that. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this style, I guess. I don't want to be sound too biased, but I mean, I guess the contrast in colors does make sense, but it feels like the sprites were like very basic, and the like design of the background and these walls, they're like it feels a little bit inconsistent. I'm not sure if I'm being unfair here, but I think it could be improved. I'm gonna give it a 4 stars though, since it's not like it's not ugly and it's not completely inconsistent. So, mm, yeah. I was gonna say like there's an outline on these, but there's not an outline on these. But I guess the information is clear and the information is clearly presented and the art style clearly shows you what does what. So I'm gonna keep that as a 4 stars. Audio and sound design. I think this game had a big room for improvement in the audio and sound design element. You had jumping sounds, but there could have been sounds like maybe for the blocks moving, for the world rotating, for hitting the ends, you just kind of teleport to the next level. It feels like that area could have been a bit more polished, so I think I'm going to give it 3 stars here. For the wow factor, this idea really amazed me. I really like this idea, and this was a very cool idea. I'm gonna give it for a wow factor. I'm gonna give it a 5 stars since I think this was a really creative and interesting mechanic, and this isn't one that I've seen in a game before myself. So very impressive work there. Well done. Finally, for the theme is broken physics. In the game, we're kind of using the physics of the world to manipulate it and solve puzzles. So I think this is pretty fair to say that this follows the theme. So I'm gonna give that game a 5 stars for the theme. And yeah, that's my rating. So thank you, Simonian, for creating this game, Flipping Cave. That was a very good game for the game jam, and it was a pleasure to play. Moving on to Duel Dimensions by Hans Liu 1111. This game, I think this is the most rated game in the whole game jam at the moment. So this one has been rated by 17 people. So let's go see what it's all about. We're gonna have to turn this off as always, and we're gonna run the game. So we're back to the Unity games, which is nice, or not nice, depending on how you see it. Because so we have an interesting menu animation here. So it looks like it's showing us we can jump on this and press a green button. So let's play. So controls are WASD. So it looks like it's using an orthographic camera. It's kind of hard to see, like, I find it a little bit hard to see like depth on this one. On this camera style. Maybe if the camera was a little bit higher and angled down so it wasn't like perfectly flat, then it'd be a little bit easier to see the depth. Although maybe that's the part of the game. Is this... the game's called Duel Dimensions, so I'm thinking that maybe we can rotate it. Maybe it's like a PES style game where you can rotate the world. Ah, V to switch views. Ah, okay. Oh, I see. It is like that kind of game. There we go. Wow. Okay, that's very cool. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of this 3D. I really like the idea. I'm not a huge fan of the 3D view, simply because it's really hard to see what my depth is. So I think we have to... Also, it seems like for the jumping, the raycast is coming from the bottom, so sometimes if we're over the edge, when you hit space, you can't jump. So I think the Unity character controller can solve that, although I've had problems with it in the past. Maybe sampling multiple raycast points like from the corners could help. There we go, level complete. I did see some other controls in the description. So, okay, there we go. This is the Easter egg. So this game does have an Easter egg. What did we fall off the edge? So we just have to manually press R to restart. So I think my main feedback for this game, at the moment, immediately, I'm going to say probably audio. There could be a bit more like sound-based feedback, and I think for the depth, it could be better. Like here, it's very hard to tell where the jump is. Like this could be. Well, it looks like the platforms are quite forgiving actually, since you can jump quite far and still land on it. Since I'm not doing very accurate jumps here. Oh, that's really hard to tell. That really looks like it's behind though. That's kind of confusing to me. Maybe if there was like a bit of a thicker fog, so things in the background were a lot more differentiated. Where is that? I can't actually tell where that object is. There we go. So it's right at the front of the screen. So let's change view. It looks like there is a wall here. That's interesting. How do you calculate how deep the player is? That's really cool. It seems to just know where my character should... Oh, okay, there we kind of... Maybe not there, but... It worked the first time. Oh, yeah, I should switch view. Oh, so maybe it's based on where I... so I think it's where I switch the 3D view is where I land. So... I need to do this jump in 3D. Again, this is it. If I'm right about this mechanic, then I think this is one it's kind of hard to work out, and I think maybe communicating that idea is better. So now, yeah. So it seems to be along my kind of depth where I start the V is where I end the V. So I think maybe that could be communicated a little bit better. So we're going to jump up here. So. Okay, so this object is here. So... There we go. I'm not sure... Was that the intended solution? Okay, so it looks like we have to jump around this object and then switch to the secondary view. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm not sure if that was the intended solution, but it worked. So this one... How far away is... Okay, so that's kind of close. I think the switching views kind of is quite hard to think about. Like, if you jump here and press V, then you're standing on this object. But if you press V, suddenly you fall. Maybe... I think... If I was going to make a game like this, then I would perhaps make it like raycast which object I'm standing on. And then when I switch out of this mode, it would move my depth. So it would still be on that object, so I wouldn't just fall like this. Because I think it's... Yeah, it's a little bit hard to... Oops. So it's kind of hard to communicate depth, but at the same time... I'm not sure how to solve this one. Can we move forward and backwards while we're in this menu? Let's start here and then just walk all the way forwards. No, we can't. Okay. Oh, there's something on the... Oh, it says boo on the bottom of my box. I think that's the Easter egg. I think we've solved the Easter egg. So... How far away is this object? So this is like almost right here. So maybe if we move forward a bit and then enter this mode, then when we do this we can land on the side. Yes, there we go. Awesome, level complete. Nice. Oh, excellent. We've won the game. That was a very nice game. Short, but it showed off the mechanics really well. And I think that was a really good idea. It reminds me a bit of it reminds me of Pez, where you have that 3D world, but like as you're looking on it kind of changes. I really like that idea. I'm not sure how possible it is, but maybe if there was like a smoother animation going from the 3D mode to the orthographic mode, that would be interesting. But yeah, that was a pretty cool game. It was very challenging, and it was kind of like it was kind of at times I think hard to tell where my block was. So maybe if there was like maybe if you could come up with a way to like better communicate that, then I think this could be a really good game. So for gameplay and UX, I really I like the gameplay, and the gameplay was very unique. So I'm gonna skip to the wow factor first and go for the 5 stars on that, since that was a very unique mechanic, and it was surprisingly it was pretty well implemented, especially for this short amount of time. Doing something technically complex is quite challenging. But as for I think the user interface, I think there was a lot of room for polish, especially with so first you kind of have to look in the description to kind of see what the controls are. Having like a tutorial, I guess, would or show a button on screen saying like press V to do this. That could be cool, and something that was nice. Jumping from when you start the mode, you kind of like stay in that horizontal axis, but if you jump on a platform and then press V, you kind of like suddenly are floating in thin air, even though you were standing on something. Uh, I found that a little bit confusing, and there wasn't much in the way of like audio feedback, which I think could be improved. So I think it's a lot of little things, but I think them little things would really go a long way. So maybe like if added in the future, I think this game could be really good. But it does need them little bits of polish to kind of like really make it into an excellent game. It was an absolutely excellent theme, and it was pretty well executed. But I think the little bits of polish would really go a long way in helping this game out. So I think I'm gonna give it. I feel like it's honestly between a 3 and a 4, but I think I'm gonna go with 3 just because there was like it was a pretty good base game, and I wouldn't go any lower than that. But I think there was definitely a lot of room for improvement in terms of the user experience. Art style and visuals, it was very simple, but it was very consistent, and it worked for this style of game. I want to say 4 stars, but I, I'm not too sure because obviously it's just Unity assets with colors put on them. But it does work for this kind of game, and when you're doing this side-on perspective, you kind of want this flat color scheme because it kind of like needs this for the illusion. Maybe if I'm gonna say 4 stars, just because usually I would say lower for because it's such simple graphics, but at the same time, this style of game, this is the graphics that you would want for this style of game, like a very simple flat color scheme, which you can like very easily change from like 3D mode to 2D mode. Something that like Pez has obviously is that very flat colors or not flat color scheme, but like simple pixely graphics. It kind of makes it easy to flip between the sides, what side you're viewing the world from. Audio and sound design, there was music. I don't think there was any other sounds. So I think I'm going to give it 2 stars there. There was definitely a lot of room for improvement with making like wind sounds, jump sounds, just make things feel more juicy in general. And for the theme, I'm gonna give it a 5 stars. The physics, I mean, there was obviously physics, and then that mechanic clearly uses it in a creative way where obviously physics wouldn't work like this, so it's definitely broken. So yeah, that's gonna be my final rating for this game. I really enjoyed that, and that was a really excellent game. I can see why a lot of people have been trying to play this game. Oh, and there's the devlog as well. Maybe we'll take a quick look at the devlog actually. Oh, so that's quite long. So I probably won't read that all now, but maybe I'll come back to that later. So for the next game we're going to be playing, we are going to be playing Deadweight, which was submitted by Ephemerald. Uh, this has a very cool looking art style on the front page. Let's turn this off. I already like this art. This looks really good. This feels like a game that was made by like multiple people for some reason. I don't know. Usually when you have like this good art, is you have an artist and a programmer, but there was one name referenced. Oh wow, this looks good. Okay, wow. Okay, I'm really impressed with how this looks already. This is amazing. So we even have an options menu. Oh wow, there's a lot going on. Okay, we're gonna hit play. I like these animations on the menu, they're very, like, funky. So we got an alert. Structural integrity has been compromised. I like that you can press E and left click, that's nice. Please remain calm, remember your training. They get training, right? They don't? No training? Okay. Please remain calm, you may or may not have had any training, but you're all very handsome and beautiful, and each and every one of you has a deadly can-do attitude. That is great, that is very true. Multiple hull breaches detected. Is this helping everyone calm down? Alert, 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 life support critical, you are all gonna die. If you're hearing this, you're probably all dead. Wait, that doesn't make sense. If you're hearing this, you're probably just about dead. It was an honor to serve with you all. I think I did a good job keeping everyone nice and calm. If you're still alive, please remember to submit your feedback on Dead Weight Delivery Service website. We'll be adjusting our language learning model to better calm you based on your feedback. Here, we recognize the importance of communication with our loyal employees. If your cargo is just sitting in port, it's nothing but dead weight. Choose dead weight delivery services for your next delivery's needs. If you're still alive, please see to it that our current cargo gets delayed. Oh, okay, we don't want to get fired, so let's go complete this cargo run. They know where each and every one of our family members lives. We only mention this to remind you of what a family we are here. We would never use this, and who don't breach the contract. Okay, communication is shutting down. Right, that was a very explosive start. Let's see what we have here. What happened? I passed out for a while after the ship exploded. Oh, you're awake. In a bit of a jam, Captain passed out. You had to go through several boot cycles. Oh, so are we playing as the robot? Cap stable, but okay, I'll do my job. That's not enough. Don't see yourself shot. Your programming lets you spin things, so we can aim. We're built stronger than steel. So Hose C is their name. Oh, so we're Hose E. Oh no, they're Hose E. Okay, so there's, oh my god, there's a lot of characters in this. How dare you, Jose? I didn't steal from Hose E. Shut up, everyone. Hose Prime was saying something important. Okay, so this is Hose Prime. Oh, so are them? I guess there's multiple hoses. They're not a good conversationalist, but they'll hold up whatever abuse you throw at them. Press A and D to rotate the captain. Okay. I feel tired. That took more of us than I thought. Keep an eye on our battery, friend. Okay, so we have a battery, so that limits how much we can move, I presume. I had a thought. Try pressing space. Oh, so... Ooh, okay. Oh, there's a bit of lag. Ah, so we're like a jetpack. That actually worked. Okay, so this is cool. I like the movement mechanics in this game. This is nice so far. Okay, so the captain is in our survival pod, I think. And we have to make sure... Okay, so we have a lot to manage. So we've got to manage our water. We have to manage our battery. And we have to make sure that... Oh, we have to not smash the captain into things. Because otherwise his condition is going to deteriorate. Oh, sorry, captain. Save complete. Enjoy your save juice. Perfect. Now well. So we have to get a gun from the armory. Okay. Okay, press R. Okay, how did that help us? So it looks like we can restart with R. We're gonna move through this gate here. Ah, so... Oh, here we go. There's something I've done here. I don't really want to go in there. That looks like the airlock. Oh, sorry, I was forgetting space was the boost. So I guess we only take damage if we smash this little pod into something deadly, which we've just done. But it seems like we're still doing okay. We're still at full health. We're gonna move. Okay. We're gonna we go up here. We turn quite slowly, but that seems to be part of the game. Are we meant to be able to go outside? I'm not sure. I don't think we're... Oh, it looks like we're stuck a little bit. There you go, we're going to head down here. Oh, this takes a... Okay, it takes a lot of effort to control. We're going to move up. Okay, let's restart. Let's use our save juice. So where are we meant to go? We came from down there, I think, so maybe this way. Oh, this is tricky. Okay, we're going to move towards this red thing since this looks like something we can maybe interact with. This white outline. Ah, yes, here we go. Ah, so we can go into space now. Oh, the camera zooms out. Oh wow, there's asteroids coming towards the ship. I see why we were taking damage now. Oh, sorry, Captain. I'm not sure if we're meant to go up or down. Aha, here we go. Right, okay, so the battery is... Oh no, don't push me in. Oh, we... Okay, so if we touch the laser, we instantly respawn. I thought the health was going to be tied to the captain's health at the top, but it looks like we just die anyway if we touch the spike. So let's avoid doing that. Okay, so this stays inactive. Maybe we was taking damage, but it's not showing. Ow! Oh wait, there we go. We did take damage there, but didn't die. Oh, it seems like I'm stuck. I can't turn anymore. Oh, there we go. We got a nice little boost from the asteroid. So we need to go up here. We're just going to boost for it. Oh no! That's not what we wanted to happen. It's very difficult to control this. Especially because this little green thing keeps blocking my rotations. It would be nice if I could just always rotate. And maybe if the rotation was a little bit faster, that would be nice. Ah, there's an asteroid inside here, which is a little bit inconvenient. Oh no. There we go. Because it seems like we can't boost up while our green thing is we can't move our green thing with our boost. We can only pull the green thing. Ow, these asteroids are buggers. Okay, that's annoying. Maybe we'll try go out to the right. Oh no, I think was it possible? I don't think so. Okay. Oh no, it is possible. There is a console here. This little guy would get out of my way. He's always blocking me. Okay, I'm stuck. Yeah, so it seems like we can only go out this way. Okay, these controls are... I have to admit, these controls are a little bit annoying to use. Like, it's very frustrating, I think. Especially with this little green guy blocking my rotation. I think that's the main thing that's annoying. But we're gonna get through it. We just gotta get through this gap. Right, okay, so now we're through here. We can just slow and steadily move to the other side. That would be great. So let's try and get through here. Ah, it just... Right, okay, so the lasers instantly turn on, which is a little bit annoying. For a game like this, I feel like the lasers should have a pretty long time before they activate, especially since it's like it takes a very long time. Like, you can't quickly move out the way of an object, so if something's coming, you can react to it, but you have to like very quickly, you have to wait until you're fully turned around before you can slow down. So like if I'm moving towards an asteroid here, I have to wait until I fully turn around, and even if I do turn around, sometimes this little green guy is going to block me anyway. So this little green thing is getting on my nerves. Right, we're going to come through here. Come up here. I did like that this game had a, cutscene and story to it. I think that's something that we've seen only rarely so far. See, he's getting stuck on everything. And then these asteroids are pushing me all the way back. Okay, we narrowly got through that one. Okay. So I don't know why we couldn't move there. Oh, we ran out of... Okay, so we ran out of fuel. I'm not sure if the health is based on my health or the little green guy's health, or if I can just throw him into the lasers. We kind of don't want him to get too much, like, spring energy. If we move too fast, then he goes in front of us, and that's when we get really annoyed. See, like now, he's just moved in front of us, and now he's blocking us, and we can't rotate, because our rotation is, like, pixel precise. Maybe if the hitboxes were, like, circles or something, instead of, like, sprite-based, it would be a little bit easier, since they would automatically get unstuck. I think the pacing of the game could be a bit better as well, like, you're very quickly flung into a really hard area where there's like a lot of asteroids and a lot of obstacles, and even like this narrow corridor right before is very tricky to navigate. It's like we have to work around with this little guy following us. Right, okay. We're just gonna float. We're gonna come in here. We're gonna wait for this to go out the way. There's no way to reverse. See, that comes on really quickly. It like almost instantly turns back on. That feels way too fast to be doable. Maybe there's another way in if we go down to the bottom. See, this asteroid's coming in this room is kind of annoying as well. I'm getting stuck. He's just pushing me up. So yeah, I think first and biggest room for improvement, upping the turn speed would be nice. Making the hitboxes circles on these guys would be nice, since then they'll kind of just unlaunch themselves. Making it so he doesn't block my rotation, that would be amazing as well. And also making it so your jetpack can push the green guy, rather than just you not being able to thrust while the green guy is in front of you, would be really handy, because he does really like to get stuck. Right, okay, so that barrier is gone, so we're going to move through that. If we can... See, the problem is there's a big open area where you have to go fast. See, I don't think I was touching the laser there, and I still died. So you have this area where you have to go fast, and a bit where you have to be really precise. Right. See, it's very hard to dodge these asteroids just because of how like slow our turn speed is. Like, this is not a game where we can turn. Okay, so will these ones turn off by themselves? So it's kind of hard to tell which lasers are going to turn off by themselves and which ones are time based, apart from just waiting and watching. It's like them ones there won't turn off by themselves, and these lasers have a way too big hitbox. I'm dying from them from not even touching them. Right, okay. The graphics look nice though, I have to say. and all of the information on the screen is represented. I'm not really sure what happens if we run out of battery. Let's see. Okay. Like the jetpack makes sense, but having a battery, I'm not sure how necessary it is, but maybe there's something else to it that I'm not seeing yet. I'm gonna try and get through this. So it looks like the asteroids get deleted after a while. Maybe if they just entered that room, they should get deleted. Okay, so we'll cancel out our speed. Now we're gonna try and come in here. And we die. Yeah, this game is very difficult. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete this game, to be honest, and it's getting quite late, so I want to kind of finish up. So, for pacing, I think the game was too hard too quickly. That section, I trying to do the fast section immediately followed by that very narrow and very tight section where we don't have like any friction because it's 0G was very challenging. Trying to move around with this green guy following us was really frustrating, just simply because while you're pointing at him, you can't thrust. Or you can thrust, but it doesn't push him. He just kind of blocks you. You have to pull him. He gets stuck on a lot of things, and then asteroids were just moving in the room because you have a very long time to be able to react to obstacles, which means if there's an asteroid, it kind of feels like you can't really dodge it. You're just either going to get lucky and get through it, or you're going to get hit by a few asteroids. So I think that kind of limited how much I enjoyed this game. And I think, especially at the start, the level design should be like, it should be more open, like clear that I should go one way and like have less narrow corridors where that green guy gets stuck. Maybe if the instead of having like these very spiky, jagged, flat walls like a square, you could have like triangle edges, so they're kind of like it's kind of like a square but with just flat edges, just so if the thing gets stuck on it, it will just roll over a bit more smoothly. That would have probably made it a little bit easier, and making you be able to push the green thing would make it go a lot longer as well. Also, having the information on the side of the screen, like your fuel bar, when you're trying to like narrowly dodge stuff, you can't really see how much fuel you got left. So maybe if there was like an indicator on the character or an indicator close to the middle of the screen, or at least something that shows when you're about to run out, that would make it a little bit easier in terms of the visual design. For gameplay and UX, I think hmm, I may be biased since I was unable to get through this game and I just wasn't very good at this. But oh, I see. So we could probably do backspace to go backwards. So yeah, it seems like this game they know it to be hard since it's if you manage to get it, and we didn't manage to get it in that run. So maybe we can use backspace to go backwards. I really like this. This looks amazing. This menu screen looks incredible. I'm not sure what engine this is made in, but it looks really good. It looks really good, and the animations and the UI are really nice. It has a big lag. Okay, no, so we can only thrust forward, it seems. So I think I'm gonna have to rate it at 2 stars. I'm really sorry, but I feel like my enjoyment was just a little bit ruined by the frustration of having to of just getting stuck all the time on, especially with the green thing. If the levels had corners which were a lot more smooth, then I think that would happen less. And I think if the like pacing was a bit better, so he wasn't just very much instantly thrown into this very difficult asteroid section with like a laser grid which has very strict timings, especially since there's no checkpoint just before that. Maybe if there was a checkpoint between the asteroid section and between the laser section, that would have made it a little bit less punishing. Because going back to the start is makes it a lot more punishing. Doing the same thing over and over again is just I don't really have fun when I'm doing the same thing lots of times. But I understand that there's other people who do. So for the art style and visuals, as I said earlier, there could have been I'm not sure whether it counts as UX or visuals, but maybe if there was some like displays closer to the middle, then it would be easier to kind of tell when we're about to run out of thrust. But for visuals, I'm going to say this game looked very nice. This menu this menu art is absolutely amazing, and the menus are really well done. So I'm going to give it a 5 stars for visuals. For audio and sound design, we had obviously thrusting had a sound. We're in space, so you can't hear a lot of sound, but I think there was background music, and there were sounds when you take damage. Yeah, maybe there could be some more sounds like when you're running low on health. They kind of like it's like an audio indicator for just the information that you need to know as you're playing the game. I'm gonna give it a 4 stars. Another thing of UX, like, I was gonna say maybe you could like have a sound when the asteroid is gonna collide with you, but it might be hard to kind of show why that sound is playing. I'm gonna give it a 4 stars, since I think there was room for improvement, but it was pretty good. For the wow factor, I was really impressed with the app. The main thing that wowed me was the art style and visuals and the menus. They were just really good. Um, I think my like impressiveness is kind of lowered a little bit just because I couldn't complete that section of the game and it was very difficult. I really think I would be giving this game a higher score if I didn't get stuck on it and if the difficulty was a little bit more balanced. I feel like I feel like that had a big impact on the game and I really want to rate this higher, but yeah, my enjoyment was like very much lowered by that and I'm really sorry, but the difficulty kind of like the difficulty just gave me too much trouble to be able to fairly give it a very high score, I think. Although I think it does have potential to be improved. There's just a lot of little things like getting stuck could really save with a lot of frustration. And finally, for the theme, so we had the storyline of the ship going down, and we're in space. So not exactly broken, I would say, but you can tell this game was made to the theme. So yeah, janky physics. So I think what I've said for one of the games in the previous video that I don't really like using the idea of like a janky physics engine or bugs as the broken. Like, I feel like broken physics should be very much intentionally broken, and you're using the kind of like, I think the broken part of the physics needs to complement what your game is actually doing. So you don't want the physics to just be broken because it's buggy and say it fits the theme because it's kind of annoying to control. You want the broken part of it to be a gameplay mechanic. For example, in the previous game we had the camera going to 2D, then allows you to jump on things, even though like the objects are further away, you should not be able to jump on them, but that's the whole gimmick of the 2D camera, and that works really well. I'm gonna give it a 3 stars for theme. And yeah, this was very impressive. The graphics was self-made as well, which was very amazing. I really like the graphics of this game. So yeah, we're gonna save the rating. And moving on to our final game is Doctor Physics. I think this was a game that was actually someone requested me to play. So we're going to go ahead and play that right now. It was made in Construct 3 and it was also made by, let's go back and see, by Soft Dev. So let's go ahead and play it. I like this run experiment. They've actually themed the game page to it. We're going to have to disable this, otherwise it's not going to work. I'm not sure what engine the previous game was made in. Right, okay, let's wait for this to load. There we go, we've got a nice little menu. We can see the about. It was a game created by Alessandro Innocente, with a special thanks to Nicola. A little bit hard to read, but that's okay. So Dr. Goff was studying physics, but then a frog discovered physics and threw it on the ground. Oh no, the physics all around the world broke. Not good. Dr. Goff's duty is now to repair physics. So we can move with WSD, we can jump with either W or space. We can press E to grab coloured blocks. So we have a slide block here. That's interesting. So release the slide block on top of the box to make it slide. Oh, I see. So when we... Oh, so anything this is touching kind of... Oh, that's really cool, actually. It reminds me a bit of, like, Bubba Review. But, like, so anything this... We have a property, anything it's touching gains that property. That is very interesting. So we can now give this a slide property. Hit this up here. Oh, we have to use this slide block to... okay. Maybe we can go high enough to get up. Oh, I see what we're going to do. Oh, so this nice that we can also press... So what we're meant to do, I think, is slide this block down. But if we press H, we can get a hint as well, which is nice. Oh, no. There we go. At least we can restart a level. So all the tutorial info is like all shown on the screen, which is nice. Use the slide block twice to push a block to the door, so it is just the full solution. Okay, so now we got a float block. Okay, so there's a quote up there. Right, okay, so we'll do that. This is a very cool game. Can we stack them? Oh no. So we can stack them, but we've got ourselves stuck. Although it looks like we can't push it in the air anyway. Oh no, we can. I like the little animation there, that's nice. So slide, we're gonna float, stand on the box and drop it down. There we go, that's nice. Awesome, that is really cool. Oh, this one is tricky. Okay. Aha, I see what you're doing. And then we're gonna float up here and go to the exit. Nice, good solution there. If a block is too small, use the mass block. If it's too big, use the mass block. Okay, so the mass block. Does it make it bigger or does it make it it looks like it randomized. Okay, so it toggles what size it's going to. Okay. Slide. Ah, but we have to use the other mass block. So we now have to make it smaller. Slide. Does the slide fall off? Oh, it falls off! Okay, that's really cool. This is really cool. This is a really neat game and a cool idea. There we go. That was a cool puzzle. I like that one. And now we have all of them together with a quote from Albert Einstein. So we're going to take up this way. What happens if we float this one? Do we get just about enough? Ah, yes, we do. So... oh, bugger, I have to mess this one up. Right, so we have the mass up here. We're going to drop that one down. Get the float. And float up. Gotta wait right until it gets to the edge. I think sometimes when it's like you can just about make it, it feels like maybe I'm not meant to do it this way. But it's kind of hard to tell. So, we're gonna want to slide, I think. Oh, this one. So maybe if we're holding it. Oh, so that's interesting. Now we'll start floating. Okay. In a couple of bugs, but that's okay. Is that going to be enough? Or are we going to need the mass? There we go, we can touch it. What's this one? Oh, this one is like a... Huh. So this is just a throwable block. Aha. That's cool, right? That's quite a nice satisfying throw. Just because of how fast the speed is. There we go, we got the frog. We prepared physics, I think. Oh, he had it all along. I thought he broke it. Oh, no, now he's done it. Oh, he's got the mass. He's got a float. And I presume he's sliding as well. Or is this a boss fight? Or is this the end? Oh, he's got two physics. Oh, this actually is a boss fight. It's so cool. So he's resetting the level. This is really cool. I like that it introduced the throwable thing by first showing us that we can use it to get the block, and then using it for the boss fight. Because if it just showed, like, then we wouldn't know what to do. I don't see why we have to slide this one, so I think we're just gonna massively collect it. Okay, so pressing R still works, which is nice. So maybe we have to float. Maybe we have to slide and float. So I think first we have to slide. And then we float. And we're gonna kind of push it this way. Oh no! Pirates don't understand physics. This is an illegal copy of Dr. Physics. It is a serious crime to pirate video games. For more information, see the instructional booklet. I think that might be a bug. It's a very good. So it looks like the game. Maybe the game hasn't been configured properly. I'm not really sure why you would want a pirating screen in a. Is this the Easter egg? I think this might be. Maybe this is the Easter egg. Yeah. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I'm not sure if this is a bug. But I don't know why you would have this screen in a free game, so I'm assuming this is the Easter egg. But I'm not really sure what I did to get the Easter egg. It just kind of. It just happened. So. I'm not really sure what's going on there. So we can't play the game anymore, so. I'm gonna see if we can get back to where we started, or if it just fully restarts the game. Yeah, it just restarts the game. Alright, well, we're gonna rate it from there. So, for the gameplay and user experience, obviously we had the bug there that made the game unplayable, which was kind of a shame because I was really enjoying that. I really liked the boss fight. The boss fight wowed me. That was a big wow factor for that game. Um, so I'm gonna do it in a weird order here. Art style and visuals. I don't think the art style of visuals was that good, to be honest. I don't want to be mean, but there was definitely room for improvement. They did have they had their own style, and they worked for the game. They showed off the mechanics, but I think there's definitely room for improvement there. So we're gonna give it a 3 star. I don't think it's terrible, but there is room for improvement. For audio and sound design, I'm pretty happy with the audio and sound design, to be honest. I didn't mention it once, and there was kind of sound effects. I'm pretty sure there was a sound effect when pushing the button. There was sound effects for throwing at least and taking damage. Um, maybe the like the pirate screen. I can say the sound design for that page was not very nice, but I don't think it was meant to be, and I'm not really sure what happened there. That was a big bug, and it definitely ruined it definitely ruined some of the gameplay for me. I'm not sure if that was the Easter egg or what happened there, but I really don't know what I did to achieve that. But overall, the actual game played pretty well. The solutions, like, they didn't instantly come to me, but when I got them, it was like, oh yeah, that's very interesting. Oh, that's a good way to do it. Um, there was a couple of bugs with the blocks, like acting in weird ways, like teleporting up and down, but overall, it was pretty good. Um, I think it's between a 3 and a 4 stars. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 stars, since I think I gave a game earlier 3 stars, also for being 3.5. But I really liked. I think I enjoyed this game's simple concept, and it definitely worked really well. Physics, this has been the best. I think so far this has been the best game for theme that I've played. Like the story was entirely based around the theme. It had like a pretty funny story with the frog, and then the blocks made sense in the line of the story. This was kind of a really good game for the theme. Well done. So yeah, that was a game by Soft Dev, and yeah, thank you for submitting that game. That was a really nice game to play. Apart from the little bag at the end, I'm not sure if anyone else got that. We'll have a look. No one else has seemed to be mentioning the pirate stuff, which is interesting. But yeah, that was a pretty cool game. I really liked the theming of this game. This game was the kind of the one game where I would instantly know the theme by playing the game, and for that it works really well. So well done, Soft Dev, and thank you for submitting this game to the jam, and I enjoyed playing that. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching this video. We got through 5 more games, and hopefully we can do another one of these sometime. And hopefully this uploads to YouTube, and you'll be able to watch this, and I wasn't just streaming to nobody. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching.